and visualization is it's a huge factor in improving technical skills.
Take a moment and try to picture yourself in a mellow yellow field of flowers with golden sunbeams shining down. Well, isn't that taking you right to the place mentally? If you deeply imagine it, I promise you can even feel the fresh spring air brushing against your skin. Visualization has carried a deep meaning and served as a symbol of representing emotions and ideas since the days of yore. Throughout civilizations, visualization has empowered humans. But are there proofs that exist to shed light on how much they have deeply unified human history and cultures? If we turn the pages of history, we can see various manifestations of visualization in different forms. Although there weren't concrete scientific validations, they still played a very important role in ancient societies and remain the core facet of today's generational development. These intricate traditions and beliefs have been a part of the ancient Egyptians, Romans, and Greeks, who performed various rituals and rites that were associated with various visualization techniques. But what purpose did these ceremonies serve, and why was it interwoven with various cultures? Now, we recognize that visualization can harness a profound influence on one's mental and physical state. Can you now imagine what effects it might have when collectively by a society? People from prehistoric times deemed that such visual practices and manifestations could invoke blessings from a superior power to bring prosperity to both the place and the beings. This belief is why temples and certain places were considered sacred. But does fostering such beliefs and engaging in visual depictions allow such commune and relation with a spiritual force? And ultimately, does it contribute to any visible improvements of the physical realm? Although all of them practice traditions connected closely, doesn't mean they are the same. However, they all had the same motto, with similar ways to develop a bond with the divine entity to seek love, protection, wealth, and prosperity. Different cultures have different ways of expressing the same goal. One prays, one offers, one honors, and one sacrifices. Often, these practices had a psychological intention that played a significant role in making people respect and believe these rites. All of these don't necessarily have to be true. It is the image one conjures that gives them a sense of protection for themselves and their community. This power of visualization knows no bounds. It could reach any extent. Thus, people back then straightened them into a path that steered them toward a better outcome, which remains to influence all of us even today. The society and people that are today are the manifestations that were made down the years. Different cultures have different approaches ultimately to the same belief. But what factors shape these varied practices amongst communities? Visualizations in general depend on various aspects. Beyond their impact on one's psychological state, they also influence a group of people across the globe. The exchange of such cultural diffusions has occurred throughout the years in various ways, with trade being the vital reason. Despite of cultural exchange in different means, environmental conditions also play an important part in molding the significance of visualization. For instance, people from indigenous and Arganian societies are renowned for having developed rituals and traditions that correlate with nature, seasons, land, and fertility. This resulted in the creation of different visualization practices throughout the world. Each culture has its symbols, representations, and motifs to signify its cultural heritage and views. Let us now explore the different forms and examples that we see around till today, and that we haven't read deeply into. Let us take a look at some ancient proofs that serve as the gateway to belief in the efficiency of visualization. One of the symbols that carries a rich history and meaning is the pentagram, or the pentacle. The creation of this dates back almost thousands of years ago. It was found in the Mesopotamian artifacts, to be precise. It is associated with Inanna, the Sumerian goddess. This carries various powers and meanings, one of them being the five senses, one for each of its points. Ancient Greece considered the symbol of the pentagram as an element of perfection and mysticism. And in modern Wicca and neopaganism, the pentagram gained popularity and was deemed as a representation of the five elements, namely the earth, water, air, fire, and spirit again. Each of these elements corresponds to its 5 points of the star. If you are wondering how this validates visualization, let me paint you a picture. Visualization is a tool for manifesting desires, aims, ideas, and intentions. Similarly, it is believed that the pentagram can serve as a safe and easy framework to heighten communication with the physical realm and ultimately attain what one manifests for. According to ancient representations and scriptures, working with the pentagram has helped one feel empowered and aligned spiritually. Let us now take a look at this prime example of the Solfeggio frequencies that originated in medieval Europe in the 11th and 12th centuries. It might seem like a normal set of tones from a medieval musical scale, but it is living proof of how visualization impacts one spiritually. It is believed that each tone in the Solfeggio scale carries certain spiritual and healing attributes. Let me make this simpler for a vivid imagination. 396 Hz, one of the frequencies in the scale, is associated with emancipating various feelings like fear and guilt, and ultimately makes one release a ton of emotional feelings that were bottled up. This is usually meant to release negative energy and find inner peace and balance. Many people till today claim this set of tones provides mental peace and a sense of calmness and relaxation. These frequencies are still in use while meditating and in sound therapy sessions. If you don't take my word, it never hurts to give new things a shot. We can positively conclude that visualization is truly a dynamic asset that has been in practice throughout human civilization and has helped humans grow mentally and spiritually. This has helped us shape realities with the help of different realms and the ancient roots that still guide us today. This video will serve as a reminder to each one of us that the ancient proofs of visualization have aided us in navigating the intricacy of human experiences and have led us to the path of peace and harmony.